Game on.
We take it to another level, yup. We take it to another level, yup. We take it to another level, yup. Take it to another level, yup.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? This is HUD Zero, the old school gamer, of course, the Iron Heart Xbox, and welcome to a game. It's an awesome day of gaming. Let's just put it this way: this is not about fluff. This is not about any of that other nonsense. This is all about games, and I am definitely the one to bring it to you. So, welcome. If this is your first time actually visiting my channel, please, why don't you go ahead and do yourself a favor and hit that like and subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And if you're watching on X, please follow me at HUD_0. That is HUD_XERO on the X. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. We've been going through some wild times for the past few months. As a matter of fact, the past couple of years. Have we all forgotten exactly where we came from? Have we forgotten? Have we lost our way about what the games is all about? It's all about fun, right? We, my friends, are talking about the core of what the game is all about. We don't worry about none of that corporate nonsense. I always explained exactly what I actually meant when I said that games is about fun, it's about sharing, it's about having a good time, it's about streaming, it's about accomplishments, it's about scores, it's about camaraderie, it's about friendship, it's about building relationships. It's about all that stuff. We don't care about none of that stuff. We don't care about what character and everything has the biggest bust. We don't care if it's male or female, black, white. It doesn't matter what creed. It doesn't matter. It's all about the experience. It's all about having fun. Now, getting into the nitty gritty, let's begin to understand what Gamers Play is all about. Gamers Play is all about you, the gamer, the core, the player, the one who actually grabs the controller, who actually wants to sit back with their bag of Doritos or whatever you eat with your snack. You come home from a hard day's work and you pop on that wonderful LED screen or that TV or that monitor or that computer, whatever you're at, and you pop in the game that you actually, when you want to get back to that hard freaking boss on Elden Ring, and you want to make sure that you got the proper gear. You know, you've been thinking about it, you've been hungry for it, and you actually grind and get the opportunity to finally beat that boss. You know, I tell you what, I've been gaming for a very, very long time. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there probably touched the joystick. Pause. I don't know. For the first time, maybe past couple of years, maybe the first console that you ever owned was a Nintendo or Super Nintendo, probably a PlayStation 2, probably PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, GameCube. Nintendo Switch, whoever. I don't know what you actually, or even the Nintendo Wii. We don't know what you have actually played with first. My first console that I've ever played with was the Atari 2600. The first time that I actually played a game was in the arcade. The arcade experience is something you have to experience it for the first time. The arcades that you deal with now, maybe the only one that actually has the true spirit of that the gaming experience. Maybe the Galloping Ghost arcade, or maybe some of the arcades still available in Vegas, or I don't know, some parts of California. We have to embrace every game, no matter what console that you actually play. And believe it or not, when I was growing up, there was no such thing. There's no such thing as console wars. Console wars is such an ugly thing. It's gotten really, really ugly. It's almost gotten personal. I mean, and then it got political. Who cares? Who cares what you actually rock? Who cares what games? The graphics and all. Yes, graphics are cool. Yes, storyline driven. Yes, and realistic. Okay, I get it. You want the bigger thing. You want something that actually pops on your new OLED screen or QLED screen. You want the sounds to actually rock your Dolby Atmos or your 3D audio equipment that you have in your living room. We get it. I get it. Hey, listen. I know how you feel. But guess what, my friends? I remember the days when stuff like this was exciting. I remember the days where I used to, pump in a Nintendo game pack, which it was called back in the day, and throw it inside your NES console, and we would just sit there and play for hours. And we didn't care how long the game was or how short the game was. We didn't care how hard the game was or how easy the game was. Yeah, we like to brag about it too. As a matter of fact, we bragged about that more. About what games we actually finished. I remember the time that I actually said, listen, I just got about 3 or 4 games and everything, and I beat 3 of them. And then we would sit right there and we would go argue back and forth about that. We would actually compare high scores. We used to go to the arcades and we actually sit right there and we actually say, look at my score. I'm on the top. I'm on the top 5. And then we would actually go every single week and see the pizzeria that we used to have down the street. And we looked at the high scores, the top 5 high scores on this, and see who actually knocks you down. And then you sit right there and you say, oh, I'm going to beat that high score. I still remember the day that I actually played Contra. Now, of course, you know about that new Contra that came out, Operation Garuda. Ooh, the game looks amazing. I have yet to pick up the actual. I played the demo, and I actually had to give a shout out to Gamer CC. Susu? Can you call her? She's amazing. She actually played the first level, I believe it was, without dying, and she got a code. She got a code from Way Forward for the game. So now she gets to play and actually try to 1cc the entire game. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I mean, you should check her out and everything. Go to her stream. But man. But see the fun, the challenge, man. Whatever happened to that? Don't you guys? I mean, look deep down inside yourselves, right? Look, just think about it. Think about the first time that you actually played a game, without all the outside nonsense, without all the noise. Just think about this. The first game that you played. The first exciting game that you played. Not what everybody else played. Oh, you gotta, no. Think about the first game that you've actually played. That you actually enjoyed. That you sat down and you plunked down your hours of blood, sweat, and tears to actually finish. I don't care how easy or hard it is. Or think about the game that you actually have finished and you know what? and you said to yourself, you know what? I would play the game all over again, from scratch, from the very beginning, and do it again. Yes, I remember those days. I remember the days that I actually played Ninja Gaiden. Not the, we're talking about the NES version. I remember the first time that I actually picked up the controller. That game was hard. It was really, really hard. It took me days. It took me days to actually get through the entire game. I still remember the time that I actually went to school. Oh, this is a funny story. I gotta tell you this one. I went to school, and I actually, was playing Ninja Gaiden, and I was actually at the final boss. Okay, and I knew for a fact that I had to go to school, and I was like, ugh! So you know what I did? I paused the game, thinking it would not be touched. I went to school, thinking everything, thinking about the game. I was like, oh, I could finally finish the game. So I came home and went into my room, and lo and behold, my console was covered in milk. My little brother, bless his soul, if he had one that day, he actually poured milk on my console, drenched in milk, and my screen was blinking. You don't know how devastating that actually was to me. I was devastated. It's beyond belief, and I still remember it to this day. It haunts my memories. So I spent literally hours cleaning it out. I was dumping out all the rest of the milk. I was trying to rinse off some of the stuff on the top. I thought I got everything. My console smelled like rancid milk for days. Even my cartridge, my wonderful game pack, my Ninja Gaiden, smelled like rancid milk. But you know what? I cleaned that bad boy so good. I tried my best. I was crying to my mother. I was like, Mom, I need a new console. I want a new console. My mother said no. It doesn't still work. I said, well, barely. So you know what I did? I actually finally I was cleaning it, whatever. Try to get as much of the smell off as I couldn't. Popped in the game pack again. Got it to work. I was like, yes. And you know what I did? That weekend, I grinded that game. I went through that entire game. I got to that final boss again. And guess what? I finally finished the game. And I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. I patted myself on the back. It was like the most amazing thing that I actually did that year. And you know what? That feeling felt so good. It's the adrenaline rush. It felt so awesome. And I was like, yes. And I felt like I could conquer the world. I was like, oh, bring on the next game. That, my friends, that is what gaming's all about. Guys, gals, people within my voice, you gotta understand, man. Get back into the gaming. Now that I got all that stuff off my chest, let's get into the nitty gritty. Now, we've been hearing a lot of rumors about, I guess, everyone was talking about Xbox, I guess talking about exiting the market and all that nonsense. Yeah. Okay. Look. You know what? That's none of my business. It really isn't. And people are like, oh, but hey, I get it. It's business, man. It's all about business. There is no friends or enemies in money, only business. So you gotta think about this when it comes down to what direction they're actually going. Is Xbox disappearing? No. It's still here. You're afraid it's going to disappear? Probably not for another 10 years. You know? So let's enjoy the years that we got. Let's enjoy the games that we have. Now, we heard some rumors, and, and I believe it or not, it's been kind of frustrating, about, I guess, Xbox Era, has actually brought some things to light. Now, you're talking about a game called Enotria, The Last Song, by Genyama Games, right? And there was a rumor that they canceled it for Xbox, and it's only being available only for the PlayStation, PlayStation 5, and the PC. So, but there actually has come some clarity. Let's shout out to a guy named Fort96. Fort96. He's actually part of the Xbox Era community hangouts. And he actually brought some things to light. And let's see, how can I quote? I'll bring it up on the screen so you can see for yourself. Let's see. Yes. All right. Let's take a look here. And it says, I quote. It says, for those interested in Enotria, The Last Song, Genyama Games has released a statement to the Italian media. So this is actually in Italy. Italy has some very good gaming media out there. So it's actually been translated to English. It says Genyama Games officially apologizes to all Xbox players. We are well aware that the news of the lack of presence on the Xbox on day one is causing many discussions on the matter, and we want to clarify some aspects of the matter with this official statement. We have been internally discussing the simultaneous release on all platforms for some time, and I'm sorry to have communicated it only now, but it is a choice that it was made recently, and I was officially informed that releasing it on all platforms would have entailed a decline in general quality of the product, as well as a further delay of the same. Now, let's pause right there. I actually appreciate this. You should too, Xbox fans. You should appreciate this. You want quality games made for your console. Remember, PlayStation 5 and everything may have some similarities, but there are also differences when it comes to the OS and it comes to the kits. Xbox has a few more technicalities that actually, need to be worked out, and it takes a little bit more time. And you know what? I'm glad that they're doing this. You should too. Let's continue. I want you to know that the delay caused by the launch on the same date as one of our competitors gave us the opportunity to take more time to further improve the product. This led to raising the bar, and I, as CEO, am responsible for the final quality of the product. That said, I would never allow our game to release discreetly on all platforms. I prefer the game to be perfect on 2 platforms rather than discrete on 3. Once we have released the game, we will also get to work on the Xbox version and the DLC, so that we can also give the game to Microsoft users. Folks, I still remember this. Now think back. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't understand this. Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. This actually brings up a very, 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 very good point. Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis actually were completely different consoles. They actually had different systems. One deals with Mo 7, one had blast processing, one had to use the Yamaha chips and everything. The other one does not. There are a lot of differences with the consoles, with the way the consoles are developed for. So guess what? Some games actually had to get delayed. Some games had to be actually outsourced to other developers so they can actually make the game for other consoles, because it actually put a lot of strain on the current developer, just because they couldn't get all the games out at the same time because they're completely different. It takes longer, and you don't want a half-baked game on for both consoles, right? You would want a full, a fully created game. You want the game to have the full experience. I mean, yeah, granted, there were some limitations on the Genesis and Super Nintendo. They had their problems as well. But if you realize this, that I prefer my game to be delayed than have my game be half-baked or have to be patched later or whatever. I want my game to be cooked, glazed, and ready to be sliced. And that is the way it's supposed to be. So, for all those who say, oh, my game is not coming out on day one. Hey, guys, come on now. Let's get some ice cream. Let's cool off, right? Hell, we'll give you that double fudge sundae and everything, maybe some sprinkles to put that smile on your face. And let's calm down and realize that best things come for those who wait. Patience is a virtue that a lot of people don't have nowadays. But hey, who am I to say? Let's keep going. So it says, that said, I will never let our game do it. I already said all that. It said once we have released the game, we also get to work on the Xbox version and the DLC, so that we can also give the game to Microsoft users. The choice fell on PlayStation 5 rather than Xbox, simply because we have a relationship with our partners in Asia, Sega, whom we have agreements that we want to respect as a matter of respect for them. So in other words, there's a contract. There's a contract in Japan or in Asia that's actually under Sega, that's actually through the PS5. So basically, they could not delay the game any further just because the Xbox version needed more time. So they actually were going to be releasing the PlayStation 5 and the PC version first. That way they can actually fulfill the obligations through the contract that they actually had through the PlayStation 5. And then the Xbox version, everything will be ready at a later date. So that way the game will be fully ready for those on the Xbox and Microsoft ecosystems. Hey, I can dig that. And you should too. So for all those who actually have a serious issue with, all that stuff, hey man, take a chill pill. You gotta relax. You really do. I mean, come on. What more can I say? But anywho, I like to go to a nice little commercial break. You know how I am. I'm an old school gamer, and here's a nice little classic that I wanted to throw out to you guys. Shout out to all my friends out there who actually played the Xbox 360. I'm pretty sure a lot of you love this commercial, and if you have not seen this commercial at all, I would like to also be just maybe you'll enjoy it. Who'll say? Let's take it from there.
tiger? There's that tiger. Where's that tiger?
Man, yeah, you know what? My mic was off. Ha! My mic was off again. Wow! So anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, is getting a new guitar. That's actually going to be compatible with the Rock Band 4, and also it's going to be available to play on the Fortnite Festival. Now, you know about Fortnite Festival. Fortnite Festival is actually their rendition of like a Guitar Hero-esque type of thing. So you can actually do a concert, you can actually use the guitar, and you can play all these games and with all different music and different bands and what have you. It's pretty damn awesome. I mean, Fortnite has really branched off. I mean, they got racing, they got groups and everything. They got bands, they got concerts, they got it's like a Disney World, basically a Disney World of Fortnite. Pretty damn sweet, man. So basically, it's almost like its own world. Everyone's been talking about a metaverse. This is officially the first metaverse that might just actually work. They already got their crowd. They already got their fan base, and now they're going to be getting into this world. It's nuts. But anyway, some of the details, which entails. Right now, it's currently sold out. It's going for $129.99. I think when it gets available again, you will not be able to get the pick guard. I think the pick guard is actually going to most likely be sold separately. We don't know. We don't have a price range yet, but so far it's the details. It says rock on with the Riftmaster wireless guitar controller. The first guitar in nearly a decade allows you to play music like a true rock star. Now on Rock Band 4 with an anticipated compatibility on Fortnite Festival as soon as Rock Band 4 guitars are supported. And then it's officially licensed by Xbox. So this is actually pretty good. It's actually has a wireless connection, which is very, very good. So no longer have those wires. I hate that. 36-hour battery life. That's fantastic. You don't have to use batteries. It's rechargeable. The technical specifications are, let's see, it's compatible with Rock Band 4 with anticipated compatibility. So in other words, they're waiting to see if this be officially compatible with Rock Band 4. I'm pretty sure it will be. Fortnite Festival. Okay. In other words, it's compatible with Rock Band 4 now. So with the anticipation of Fortnite Festival. So that means when Fortnite Festival actually gets it's gonna work. Wireless connection, 30 foot low latency wireless, basically the same as the controllers. Connection built in, rechargeable battery life up to 36 hours. So that means if you're chargeable, fantastic. Turn it up with 11 with a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. So that means you can actually put your headphone jack inside there. You can adjust the volume on the fly. There's a D-pad, of course, on there. Analog stick as well. There's a built-in analog stick. Unique design accommodates both left and right-handed guitarists. So in other words, if you're a lefty or a righty, you can actually switch sides. Fantastic. Let's see what comes with it. Let's see. All right, shows you the. Okay, so it's USB-C compatible. Very nice. Let's see. There's the analog stick. All right. There's the volume control. Comfort, convenience, very nice. Shoulder straps. Also, that means you can actually, it's collapsible, so that means you can actually put it away neatly. Very good. You can put it inside your book bag. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my goodness gracious. Beautiful. It's compatible with Windows 10 and 11, so that means it's good for PCs. Oh man, this is great, man. I have to tell you, this is I tell a lot of people that that Xbox needs to kind of double down on peripherals since they actually have been doing so much on controllers. And they have been putting a lot of effort on controllers. As a matter of fact, I've been seeing more commercials for controllers than anything else. But I feel like, for instance, when it comes down to like the Sinden controllers, they really, really have to start thinking about putting like the Sinden controllers, as a feature. Get like Sinden controllers, an officially licensed product for Xbox and for PC, right? And you could be able to cross compatibility. So that means you can play with the Sinden controller on the Xbox with some light gun games. And if you're familiarized with Antstream is a streaming service, Antstream Arcade. There's a lot of arcade games that are actually on Antstream that actually use the light gun. And there's also other games that actually, for the SNK collection, for instance, Beast Busters, that uses a light gun. There's House of the Dead, remake, that can also use a light gun. I mean, for goodness sake, though, the Nintendo Switch has an advantage because you can actually use the Wii, the remote, right, as a light gun. They have the advantage, and you can actually get yourself a little light gun plastic piece compatible, so you can be able to use it like a light gun. Sinden controllers, those are like the top of the line LED compatible light guns that you can use on LED screens, and it's a no-brainer, and I don't understand why. They don't double down on that. So, me personally, I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, or better yet, if you're an Xbox executive or Microsoft executive, you guys gotta get on it. The Sinden controllers, the Sinden wireless. I mean, I could even show you. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can actually look it up for you. Let's see. Sinden controllers. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get that up there. 1 second. Let me see here. I'm gonna look this one up here. How are you guys liking my show? I mean, if you're liking it really very much and you think it's informative, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to follow me, whatever, if you have any quotes or what have you, let me know. See what you like. Hold on a second. Let me see. Sinden. Oh yeah, here you go. Sinden. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, yes. Very nice. Yeah, here we go. Oh, look, you guys, check this out. These things are gorgeous. The Sinden light gun. This right here, I've been looking at it. I've been smiling at it. I was like, oh my gosh. And there's so many games, so much potential. There's so many light gun games. Operation Wolf, Operation Barricade. There's a few other light gun games like House of the Dead, of course. There's Beast Busters. There's oh my goodness. I can go on and on. I mean, and this is like a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer, guys. A no-brainer. Look at this. I mean, if you actually have, well, of course, when it comes to emulation or whatever, look at this. You can play games like this. You can play Duck Hunt, Time Crisis, House of the Dead, Virtual Cop, Area 51, Point Blank. Sega, come on. There's you have a huge backlog of games. A huge backlog of games and everything. With the Sinden controller and everything, you can actually come back and say, yes, we can bring the Virtual Cop collection. You could bring Operation, what do you call it? What's the game called again? Oh my goodness, I forgot what the game was called. Oh my goodness. Oh, what was that light gun game called? Ooh. Oh my goodness, I forgot what the game was called. But anyway, you know, of course you got Time Crisis, Time Crisis Collection. I mean, Namco, Point Blank, another one. Come on, guys. This is like no brainer stuff. I mean, you know, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Why don't you guys jump on this? Look at this, Sinden Light Gun. Look at some of the specs. Light gun is our first true LCD compatible light gun, providing all functionality and game experiences of the original CRT light guns without requiring additional hardware such as infrared red sensor bars. You don't need attachments on your screen to use these. And it's always accurate, even if you change position or angle, which means you can ditch the crosshairs. You don't need the crosshairs. This is ridiculous. Why don't companies jump on this? This is really kind of frustrating to me, because I feel like opportunities like this is an opportunity of a lifetime. So guys at Xbox, hey, you know, marketing crew, hey, come on, somebody, anybody who actually deals with contracts, hey, Sinden Light Gun website, SindenLightGun.com. Shout out, tell them HUD Zero sent you. Anyways, getting back to that, we have a few other wonderful commercials that I actually want to jump in there. So I'm gonna get myself another break here. I want to make sure that I actually do it right this time, because I actually kind of messed up big time. But if you guys miss Jet Set Radio, I'm pretty sure you guys do. Jet Set Radio Future is actually one of the games that I actually wish would actually come back. And if it does, and I can't wait if it does, I feel like, you know, this is best time as any to actually bring this game back. So as I go ahead and get myself a little break, why don't you guys enjoy this wonderful scene. Hold on a second, let me see if I could. Man, my things are completely all over the place now. Oh boy. Oh, this is so upsetting. Oh yeah, there you are. Alright, so anyway, why don't you guys go ahead and enjoy this, and why don't you guys go ahead and check it out. Understand the power of love. Oh, Jet Set Radio. Hey man, let me tell you something, man. Jet Set Radio was like my jam. When it came out for the original came out for the Sega Dreamcast, and in the States it was actually called Jet Grind Radio. I played that game every single day. The music was hot, the graphics were pretty damn sweet with cell shaded graphics. The story was actually pretty weird but cool, you know. Oh man. Not only that, the fact that, they had to deal with the spray painting and also the inline skating. Why Jet Set Radio Future is the only game that, number one, was never backwards compatible. Number two, never had a remake, never came out for any other system, never came out for PC, was only for the OG Xbox. And the only way to get the game is to actually have the game for the OG Xbox. Can you believe that's a travesty. And that's my next topic. I don't really have much gathering on this one because this is more of a personal one. Why in the heck do we not have certain games, out on PC or whatever, and like they just kind of gave up on the game? I mean, licenses aside, that's a simple remedy. Pay the gosh darn money. Just pay the money. Pay the money, get the license, get the game out, make more money, get more people involved, get your fan base involved, and grow the community. Hell, if you have to, release the license, let Sega have the license to the game. Let them do what they will with it. If you have to, bring it out for the PlayStation, bring it out for the Nintendo Switch, bring it out for the PC, put it on Steam, put a nice little price tag on there, and watch the game grow. Hi-Fi Rush, and I'm actually kind of glad that Hi-Fi Rush finally got an opportunity to get some breathing room so everyone gets to experience the game. Everyone's been talking about it. But you know what? Hi-Fi Rush, that game, no matter what console it's on, that game deserves more praise than it actually got. It's great story, great music, rhythm-based, quirky games that I used to love. Games that I played when PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation, the OG, gray box, used to pump out all these games. You remember Tobal number 1? Oh, you don't? Nightmare Creatures? Does it ring a bell? No. OG Resident Evil. Oh, that rings a bell. You will never get any of those games if it never came out for the PlayStation. For the OG PlayStation. Metal Gear Solid. Come on now. Hey. All those games. All those games originated. The quirky games. What about Parappa the Rapper? Jammy Lammy? How about that one? No? Don't ring a bell? Hey, listen. People, all of you, every single one of you, always going after those realistic games, okay? Call of Duty crowd, okay, I get it. You guys are competitive. You can stick with that. Call of Duty. I love it. Whatever. I love Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 2. There's another game. Call of Duty 2. I actually liked that game for the PC, and they finally brought it out for the Xbox 360. Believe it or not, that was the only way to actually gain popularity. It gained more popularity for the Xbox 360 because of the online compatibility. You could be able to play online and play against others. And believe it or not, that's where things blew up. People didn't realize that. People thought that, oh yeah, no. Call of Duty 2 is what got everything started. But that's just me. Anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. The games that you have not tried or played, games, that you see nowadays, began somewhere. Now, everyone actually keeps on talking about indie games, right? Indie games are games that are made by a small group, not funded by outside sources, that that are created by and through creative streams such as what was it? Through other sources, of course, and these games, are what got originality started. You will not see games like Castlevania came out for the NES. It was popular then because of course we get it. But there's other games that had to start somewhere. They had to get popularity somewhere. No one would have known about Metal Gear at all without Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid became very, very popular, with its intriguing storyline, great voice acting, some memorable scenes. No one would have actually cared. But, it did start somewhere. Metal Gear that came out for the NES was made by Ultra Games, licensed by Konami. And Metal Gear Snake's Revenge came out for the MXS, I believe it was. It's called the. It was like a smaller system that came out in Europe, obviously, and that game was didn't come out to the States until later. These opportunities, these experiences are things that people need to embrace, and also you gotta realize too that the arcade, believe it or not, was a smorgasbord of different experiences that you may or may not have tried. And because of that, because I feel that people kind of missed the boat on these things. You guys, like to sit right there and console war because, what, I don't know what, I don't care. I really don't. You know what? Personally, you shouldn't either. But when it comes down to fun, game fun, excitement, you guys gotta branch out a little bit. Listen, I tell you what, to be honest with you, in the upcoming weeks, this is actually my first show coming back, and, obviously, there was a lot more topics I wanted to kind of throw in there, but I only wanted to do for one awesome hour. And I wanted to show you a new prize that I actually got. So give me 5 seconds, and I will show you exactly what I mean. 1 second. That's right, ladies and gents. What you see in my hand is the Sega Dreamcast. This, my friends, this is exactly why, just the company itself, Sega. Sega was, all about, like, the arcade experience. And the Dreamcast, come on. The Dreamcast kind of proved it, bringing the arcade experience home. This is exactly why I love the fact that that gaming has evolved the way it has. I'm actually excited because I remember 99.99. That wonderful day where the Sega Dreamcast was actually launched, and I literally traded in almost everything I had. Almost everything that I had. I had a lot of credit. So I was able to get myself the Sega Dreamcast in about roughly 3 games. Sonic Adventure, Soul Calibur, and what was the other game? Soul Calibur, and oh my goodness. What was the other game that I actually gotten? Soul Calibur, Sonic Adventure, and I don't think it was available yet. There's one more game that I actually got my hands on. Trying to remember. Oh my gosh. What was the other game? I forgot. Oh my gosh. I forgot. Oh, yes, right. Ready to Rumble. Ha! Jeez. Yes. So I had Ready to Rumble. I had Sonic Adventure. And, of course, I had Soul Calibur. Now, Soul Calibur was better than Arcade Experience. Now, this is when I started to see a complete turn of, turn of events when it comes to the gaming experience. Because when I saw Soul Calibur for the first time for the Sega Dreamcast, I said, oh my gosh, how can this be better than that? How can it be better than than the arcade? Dreamcast proved that to me. And it's awesome. And you know what? I feel like everyone needs to kind of understand that, gaming is a lot more than, who's better than who. Gaming is about the experiences. It's about the fun. It's about the excitement. It's about the adventure. All right, guys. So, that's about it for my first episode back. Thank you very much for all those who actually are watching. Thank you for those who actually decided to subscribe. Thank you for all the likes. If you actually written down any information like for any I don't know, some comments or what have you, I thank you. I didn't get an opportunity to see anything yet. Nothing's popped up, so I guess maybe you're just listening. But other than that, I actually am enjoying the experience. So this is HUD Zero, the old school gamer in the Ironheart Xbox. I'd like to thank all of you for joining me. This is the first live screen. The second one that I'm going to be doing next week is going to be a pre-recording. This week, I believe it was PAX East, and there's a lot of information to gather, so I will actually do a huge review on all the things going on at PAX East. I was not able to make it. Unfortunately, my job got in the way, so I wasn't able to take any time off. So I had to take my vacation early. Yada yada enchilada. Happy about it? Nope. But I will do my best and everything to try to get all my stuff gathered for the upcoming months. And I have a few other great surprises too. Probably some live streams, some gameplay. I'm going to do it on my Xbox. I'm trying to get my hands on the PlayStation 5. Still, I can't get my hands on the PlayStation 5. I still have my Nintendo Switch, so you're going to probably see some Switch gameplay. And of course, all the goodness I'm going to be picking up. All my pickups, I'm going to be doing reviews on that too. Tell you what I picked up. Any like trinkets, any funky things that I pick up. I'm going to do it all. And also, on my next screens, I'm probably going to have like full screen instead of just like this tiny screen. I'm still working out the details on that. But anyway, I just want to say thank you, all of you, for actually watching my streams. It's really an exhilarating experience. So I just want to say thank you all. And my quote stands: "We are gamers who would like to play." So, game on, everyone, and stay awesome.